Right, here we are. Welcome to Steve's Recipes, and what we're going to do today is we're going to be making Slimming World mustard chicken. Now this is the recipe here. It's said with Swede mash, but we're not going to use the Swede mash. I did last week with that, that was okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a really vibrant salad, which is going to have loads and loads of different flavours in it, give it lots of texture and give it a bit of wow. So we'll make, while the chicken's grilling, I'll show you how to make that salad. So the ingredients for this is chicken breast. So I've got 2 chicken breasts, which are just to the side here, and we're going to be using natural fromage frais, which is fat-free fromage frais, so that's no sins. The recipe calls for the use of chopped chives. I don't like chives, so I'm not going to include them. And whole grain mustard, salt and ground black pepper, and some chopped parsley. But what I'm going to add into the recipe, which is not in the recipe, is some fresh garlic, some cumin, and some Cajun spice, just to give a little bit more flavour. Because when I made it last week, it was okay, but it just didn't have that that depth of flavour in it. The whole grain mustard gave it a bit of like woomph, but it was a bit of a rather than a woof. So that's what we'll be doing. Okay, so when we come back, all the ingredients will be laid out, and that'll be it. Right, so here we have the ingredients. We've got 2, because I'm making this for 2, there's 2 fresh chicken breasts. We've got some whole grain mustard. I've got some French mustard here. I might try putting some of that in just to see how that changes the flavour. Got some smoky Cajun spice, some cumin, some fresh garlic. It's fresh out of my garden because I grew it. And then we've got salt and pepper. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take the chicken breasts in a minute. We're going to go over, we're going to get a freezer bag. I'm going to put the chicken breast inside the freezer bag, one at a time. And then we're going to take a meat tenderising hammer. We're going to do 2 different types here. We're going to take a meat tenderising hammer. And I'm going to pretend that one of the chicken breasts is somebody who really got on my nerves last week. And I'm going to use the hammer to take out my frustration on the chicken breast and pretend it's that person. It's very therapeutic. And another way, one of the other ways we're going to flatten out the chicken breast is we're going to use a small pan and some baking parchment. And that's just to see if we can be a little more environmentally friendly when we're doing this sort of stuff, so we don't use plastic. Okay, so we'll be doing that very shortly. So we're going to take one of the chicken breasts now. We're going to put it into this freezer bag. You can use any sort of freezer bag, it doesn't have to be this particular style. So you get the chicken breast, put it into the freezer bag, get it nice and flat. And what you're aiming for, you're aiming to get the chicken breast around about 1/2 centimetre or quarter, 1/2 inch thick. So you take the hammer, meat tenderising hammer, and you basically beat the living crap out of the chicken breast. You can see how it's going flat now. It's come out the end there. See how it's going flat? And this actually changes, when you're doing this, it changes the meat structure and it actually makes it a little bit more tender. Don't go too mad. But one of the things about doing this, it also means that it cooks that little bit quicker. There we go. So that's, see how big that's gone? And what we're going to do now is we're going to get the other chicken breast out. Well, we might just give that a little bit more. A bit more. So there we are, that's gone a little bit bigger. So, and what we'll do, we get the other chicken breast and we'll put some baking parchment on the tray instead of using the plastic. And we'll use a small pan. So, because you don't really need to have one of these, this is just me being fancy. Okay, so I won't be a minute. So here we go, here's the baking parchment. So we'll get the other chicken breast. Where's my fork gone? There it is. We'll get the other chicken breast out and we're going to fold the parchment over. And then basically we're going to use the small pan as a hammer. So this is the small pan. You can see it's got a nice thick heavy bottom, because I have an induction cooker, so it's got to be a thick bottom pan, but just any old pan will do, but a small one is better. And then we're just going to use that to beat the living shit out of the chicken breast. There you are, it's going nice. This actually is working better using this than the meat tenderizer. I might do this in the future. If it's that, someone mentioned this to me the other day, that used a flat bottom pan was a lot easier and it made it a lot, was more consistent surface than using a small tenderising hammer like we've got there. So just give it a few more whacks. Don't be afraid to use the weight of the pan. There you go. I think that'll do. Yeah, one more. Get back on the bone. Right then. So that'll have to go in the wash. Right. So that's the other chicken breast done. So what we'll do is we'll put that back into here because we're going to now make the mustard dressing to go on the chicken. So there we are. So this actually makes it feel like there's a lot more food on the plate when you do it this way, and also when it grills it's a lot more tender. So what I'll do, we'll take this away now, this chopping board away, and I'll get the fromage frais, fat-free fromage frais ready, and then we'll make the dredge. Right then, welcome back to part 2, or is it part 3? I can't remember. Right, what we're going to do now is we've got the fat-free fromage frais here. So this recipe originally is for one portion, and it says 2 tablespoons of fat-free fromage frais per portion. So make this for 2. So I'm going to do 4 tablespoons of fromage frais into the little dish here. That's going to be the base for our mix. So this is a tablespoon. So 1, 2, 3. There'll be more than enough. This is tons. Right. Then a teaspoon of Dijon mustard, and the sins for this, which is half a sin, come from the mustard. So a teaspoon of Dijon mustard goes in there, and it's per portion, so it's for 2. So we put 2 teaspoons of Dijon mustard in, and then I'm going to put a teaspoonful of French mustard, or if you live in America, brown mustard, and this is half a sin a teaspoon, so for 2 it's a quarter of a sin. Okie doke, put that in there, and now we're going to put some cumin. And cumin is, if you like chili, cumin, American style chili, Texas style chili con carne, cumin is what gives it that background flavour other than the chili's flavour. And then we're going to put in some smoky Cajun spice. Because these are dry spices, these are free, just to give it a bit of smokiness. Then salt and pepper. You don't have to be all fancy like me and use Himalayan pepper, you get Himalayan salt. Some pepper, just to give a bit more, I think. Just to give it some background. Then we'll take the spoon out, and then we're going to whiz all this round with a fork. If you've got a mini whisk, you can use a mini whisk, but what we're going to do is we're going to mix it around and around, get it all nicely mixed together. And then we're going to put it into this dish here. Then we're going to pull the chicken through the dredge and put it onto a grill tray, and then we're going to grill it for 10 minutes each side. And while we're doing that, I'll then knock this salad that I was talking about. Okay. So there we are. That's basically the dip. Oh, I forgot the garlic. Oh, this is garlic. This is 4 cloves of garlic, which I've just done in a mortar and pestle. If you don't believe me, that's the mortar and pestle I used. Little marble one. Quite a big one as well. Which we use that one for when I'm doing curry spices. Right, so just mix that together, because that's a bit, that Dijon mustard's a bit overpowering actually. I'm sure it never tasted like that last week. Right, just have a taste. I'm not double dipping this time because I got told off last time. Oh god, that's fantastic. Oh, that'd be alright as a dip all by itself, that would. Right, I'm going to put that in here. And this is tons actually. So what we'll do is I'll get that spoon back, and then I've got a so here we go. I've got the grill that's been preheated, and it's now raging away. So what we'll do, just slide that under the grill, set the timer for 10 minutes. There you go. And then when the 10 minutes is up, we'll turn it over. In the meantime, I'll clear away the side, and I'll prepare the salad that's going to accompany this meal for me and my beautiful wife, Christina. Right, so here we are, back again. And now we're going to, basically what we're going to do now is we're going to prepare the salad that's going to accompany the mustard chicken. So I'm going to start with red onion. We're going to do this really fine. We're going to do this thin because it's going into a salad, but you can do it as thick as you want. I don't mind this too much. I'm not particularly fond of onions, but I don't mind them too much in salad. So we'll do it pretty thin. And that's plenty for two, so we just break it into the bowl in there. That's one side, keep them separate. And then my favourite, what I like to do is I like to put oranges. I don't know why, it just gives it a lot more depth of flavour. But I think like this orange is not peeling very well. It must be easy peelers. Oh, can you smell that orange? It's fantastic. It smells really nice. Oh, I've got to cut my finger. Sting, sting, sting. Right. So anyway, after we've totally destroyed the orange, and we're only doing this for a little bit of flavour, nothing more. Just slice it in halves. So you get all the different orange segments. You just put them into the, and this all adds to the flavour of the salad itself. Go. When the beeper goes off, that means the chicken's got to be turned over. Well, this is really nice when you do this. And then we're going to put a bit of apple. This is a Brayburn's apple. And that's all it's for. A bit of flavour, nothing else. A bit different type of texture. Put as much in as you want. But not the core, because the core is full of apple seeds, and as we know, apple seeds are full of arsenic. That's why your mother told you not to eat the apple seeds, because it'll kill you. We've got to eat about 200 apples before it has any effect. But old wives' tales, there's always some truth in them. Bet you didn't know that, did you? Anyway, oh by the way, we're not going to have any quinoa tonight either, or quinoa. There you go, so that's that in there. And then we've got some red pepper, and it's doing red pepper is dead easy. We don't want the seeds. And then we're going to do thin slices, so you can do it either way up, as long as you've got a sharp knife. This works. And that's the chicken needs to be turned over. So excuse me while I turn the chicken over. Where's my turning over thing? So now the chicken is ready to be turned over. There it is, cooking quite nicely on that side. We'll turn it over, see if it needs any more dredge. Don't think it does. We'll see how it goes. We'll put that back under there, I will set the timer for 10 minutes again. There you go, just like that. And it's as simple as that. Right, so back to doing the salad. So I turn over another piece, and these are really good. Lots of speed, lots of flavour, lots of texture. That's what it's all about. It's about not having boring, because a lot of times you have salad, it's a bit boring, or it can be a bit boring. It's all about making it an interesting meal, because we've got lots of flavour in the mustard chicken, so I want to balance that out with some opposing flavours from the salad. There you go, and one more. And you see how it's, when you've got a sharp knife, how easy it is to make this thin. I was doing this the other day and I cut my finger. I thought I'd took my finger off. Yeah, that's a sound you make when you think you've cut your finger off. Right, so there we are. So that all goes in there. And then we've got various things to go in. Now I'm going to put in, I've got some pea shoots and purple radish and garlic chive salad. So we're going to put that in, which looks like a lot, and it is. And then we've got some ruby chard and rocket salad, and that goes in as well. And this is going to, it looks like there's tons of this in here, and there is. But once you put the marinade on it, and we're going to be using a blueberry balsamic marinade, it's not that much. And I've got here, I've got some fennel. Yeah, that's fine. I'm just going to cut a bit off. It's just to give us an additional bit of flavour into the salad. Fennel's an aniseedy type taste, and it's really, really nice, very refreshing actually on the palate. I might have a bit more of that. Oh, can you smell it? It smells delicious. Right, so there we are. So we've got the big mixer spoon out now. I'm going to take the chopping board out of the way because we're finished with that. I was going to put some spring onion in, but we've got onions in there already. And in the cupboard here we've got some blueberry balsamic. This is the one I use, it's my favourite. And we're just going to, what we do is just sprinkle that around like this. It looks like there's loads, and there is loads. But once we've mixed it all in, it will be not loads. And the reason I'm doing it like this is because I'm not posh, so I haven't got any salad tossers. And it's, as you can see, it's beginning to, as you mix it, actually gets less in volume, although it's the same amount, but it's the freshness of the salad. So this way you can't, when you're making salad, you should not really make it in advance, because it'll wilt and it won't be very nice. So there we are. So that's the salad done. I mean, if you wanted to put things in like garlic granules and all that sort of thing, you can. Or bacon bits. We've got some bacon bits. We've got vegetarian bacon flavoured bits that we can put into salad if we want, but not today. So what I'll do is I'll just tidy off this worktop, and then we'll get the plates, because we've got 5 minutes to go before the main meal's ready. Okay. Right then, here we are, ready to go. And for those of you who'll notice, by the magic of television, some tomatoes have miraculously appeared in the salad, having sliced themselves in half as they jumped onto my knife, because I forgot. Okay, so we're now going to serve ourselves a salad up. And these are a different set of tongs than the ones I used to do the chicken, because I've got 2 pairs of these. And that's beeping sound in the background is the chicken is ready. So where you can see, this is not actually, by the time you get up onto the plate, this is not a lot of salad. Well, it is a lot of salad. It's That's loads of speed. There you go. And don't that look delicious? Right? I'll give my wife some more because she likes it. Right, you don't have to have this in a flat plate, you can have this in a bowl. Well, that's the way. Right, we'll just get the chicken from underneath the grill. Right, so there we go. Get the chicken out. Doesn't that look fantastic? Here's good there. So I'm going to use these because it's cooked chicken. So because I don't like my wife, she gets to have the small piece, and I get to have the giant piece. Kind of greedy. Okay, so that's it. And because we cooked it on foil, we don't have to wash the tray off. And that, as they say, is that. That's it all done. And that is Steve's mustard and now garlic chicken with a mixed side salad and orange. Bon appetit. And I'm drinking lime with fizzy water because I'm on dry January, so I'm not allowed to have any alcohol this month. Happy days. Thanks for watching.